can go ahead and close the door behind you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, hello. Hi, my name is Chloe DeRuiter. I will be interviewing you today for a substance abuse evaluation. Can you tell me your name?
My name's Laura Lopez.
Okay, Laura. And can you tell me let me go over my informed consent, or my consent form. So, the purpose of today's interview is we are inviting you to participate in a evaluation interview for substance abuse, and I will be asking you questions about your substance abuse history,
Okay.
Patterns, related behavior, and aid in assessment, treatment planning, and or research. So participation in this interview is completely optional, and you are free at any moment to not answer any questions, or if you feel the need to leave, you may do that. During this interview, you will be asked a series of questions about your substance abuse history, personal and family history, mental and physical health, and outside factors that could contribute to substance abuse. Your responses will be kept confidential and stored securely and safely, and information will only be shared with your working team, or if it's necessary by law. That being if you state that you are at risk yourself, or you are putting others at risk, or legally if you need it for court. During this interview, you are entitled to ask questions regarding anything, regarding your rights and overall interview process. And having been told all of this information, if you consent, I'll have you sign. Okay, now that we have gotten all of that out of the way, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. So, Laura, what brings you in today?
I had a slip and fall at work, so then I had to go get a drug test, and the drug test came back positive for marijuana, and my work sent me here.
Okay. Okay. And did this slip and fall lead to any health problems?
No.
Did you have any health problems prior to this?
Yes, I have lupus.
Okay. Would you say you have a substance abuse issue right now? Or let me rephrase that. How would you describe your use with your the medications from your slip and fall?
I quit taking those. I don't really like to do pain pills. I think they're more worried just about the marijuana.
Okay.
I smoke every day
Okay.
in lieu of taking pills. Again, don't like them. So I have anxiety disorder, and then with having the lupus, it comes with a lot of pain.
Okay.
So I use the marijuana
Okay.
for that.
Help pain from lupus. Okay. So let's see. How has marijuana and been using that for helping your lupus, has that affected your day-to-day life, or would you say it has improved your day-to-day life?
I feel like it's improved my day-to-day life. I don't know that everybody else would agree with that, but not everybody else agrees with marijuana, so.
Okay. What would your friends and family say about the marijuana and how necessarily they don't agree with it?
Well, they would say that they don't agree with it because I have a history of substance abuse that I went to treatment for years ago for methamphetamines, which is a completely different type of drug.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried explaining that, and they don't want to hear that.
Okay.
So in their mind, it would be me reverting back to past behaviors.
Okay. Let me write that down. So what you're saying is your family believes that because of your past substance abuse issue with methamphetamine that this marijuana issue may lead to another maybe lead to a different type of substance issue, or do they believe that the marijuana itself is just as bad?
I think they're probably split on that.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them believe it's just as bad. Half of them believe that it's just going to lead
Okay.
eventually back to evil.
Yeah. Lead. Okay. So recent events that connected you to your use would be your slip and fall, and that is why you were drug tested for work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do certain feelings other than pain lead you to using marijuana during your or can you describe what certain feelings lead you to tend to lean on marijuana maybe other than pain, like in
So like anxiety and stuff.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna have to go to Costco, for example, I like to smoke before I go. It's a very cramped environment. It's a very
Okay.
there's a lot of people and stuff there that it raises my anxiety really high.
Yes, totally
So for
understandable.
that to sleep at night,
Yeah.
I don't sleep well, so
Okay.
that helps.
Sleep. Okay.
And maybe sometimes just to laugh and feel good.
Yeah. Okay. So in the past 6 months, how would you describe the relationship with your family with this kind of coming up?
I've kind of just stayed away because I don't want to argue about it anymore. I don't want to justify all of my actions in life. I'm grown, and I don't feel like I have to justify what I do.
Okay. Okay. With you having this drug test from your work, has that led you to have any other issues? Like, did they lead it going back
So
to
I'm
the
on
law?
suspension
Okay.
until after this assessment and whatever those results are.
Okay.
And I believe they said if they decided I needed help, then my insurance covers treatment. And if I didn't, then I just go back to work. So
Okay. So, they believe that marijuana use is not as drastic as, say, cocaine and stuff like that.
absolutely.
Okay. Job wants.
Well, like, and I don't smoke to go to work, so
Okay. Job wants evaluation. Okay. So can you describe to me the first time that you used marijuana to kind of help with your symptoms of anxiety and your lupus?
I don't know if when I started using it for that. My
Mhm.
first experience using it was with a bunch of friends. I was probably 12 or 13, maybe.
Okay. Use. When would you say or your I guess the reason behind you using changed from recreational reasons to coping mechanisms for anxiety and lupus?
It probably didn't take long. The lupus was later because I didn't find out about that until later in life. But probably the anxiety and stuff, maybe a month or so.
Okay. So you kind of had tested it and realized that you were like, oh wow, I can use it for this
Yeah.
reason. And okay.
Well, not so much that at that age. It was probably like, hell, this is hella fun,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it takes care of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
So-
that makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
I can actually talk to people.
Yeah. So I don't think it was really
Like a
Yeah,
collect
this-
conscious.
yeah. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, I'm way less anxious after this. I think it was
Yeah.
just more of a, hell yeah, this feels good. Let's do it.
Okay. So whenever you're going out with some friends, what does a typical night look like for you? Would you maybe pregame with some
Oh, absolutely.
friends?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what would your substance use look like during that night?
I would probably smoke in our pregame, maybe have a shot or two, go out wherever we're going, have dinner, a couple of drinks with dinner, maybe another shot or two,
Okay.
go home, smoke, go to bed.
Okay. So nothing leading to crazy nights, nothing leading to maybe like blackouts and blurs of memory,
Oh, no.
nothing like
I don't
that.
ever drink that much.
Okay. Can you tell me the different ways that you've used marijuana? Like
For
substance, or not substance wise, but like, do you inhale? Do you use edibles? Do you smoke it?
I have done dabs, edibles, out of a bong, out of a pipe, out of a blunt, out of
Okay.
a blunt wrap, out of a joint. Out of,
Okay. So. Okay.
pretty much any way that you can. And I've cooked with it.
Okay.
I lived in Colorado for years and years, and
Okay.
while I was there, marijuana became legal
Mhm.
in all ways, and so
Okay.
there was lots of experimenting with different marijuana
Yeah.
things then.
Okay. Can you tell me about the progression of your marijuana use over time?
I think it's like with any drug, your tolerance builds
Mhm.
up, because I've smoked for the majority of the time
Yeah.
since I very first started till now. So
So you'd say your drug use increased kind of as your tolerance would increase?
Yeah.
Okay. How can you describe to me how you feel when you come down from using your substances? Like, I would say your body, how your body feels.
relaxed and rested,
Okay.
because usually I'm waking up.
Okay.
That's where the rested would come in. The relaxed would be like leaving Costco and not being in a tense ball, still feeling.
Not feeling like you're gonna explode with your
Yeah.
panic attack.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can say that none of your experiences with marijuana have ever resulted in any harm or violence toward you or anyone around you?
No, I mean I've made stupid choices and smoked and got in a car and driven and things like that, but not.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't make me violent, and
Yeah. Nothing putting yourself in harm's way with.
Yeah.
Okay. Not violently.
correct.
Okay. And I'm going to, or describe if you've ever had thoughts or feelings of hurting yourself or others.
No, I have not.
Okay. Can you tell me about your overall health? How would you describe that right now?
I mean, it's alright. That's why I said I have lupus, so there's that. I also have arthritis, so I get a hip injection and a back injection like every
Okay.
3 months. But as far as like lungs and all of that stuff, I'm healthy in all
Okay.
other aspects. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me when you were diagnosed with lupus?
In 2017.
Okay, and then how long have you been diagnosed for your arthritis?
2022.
Okay. Um, okay. And have you been hospitalized for medical or psychiatric reasons?
Yes.
And can you describe those to me?
Medical reasons would be childbirth, hysterectomy, and gallbladder removal, whatever, I don't know what the name of that surgery is. Psychiatric would be a mental facility way back, I'm not really sure. I might have been, I don't know, 17, 18.
Okay.
I had to be 18 because it was after meth, and that's where my parents took me, was to the mental hospital.
Okay.
So,
As a result from Okay. Can you tell me the prescriptions you are currently taking?
meloxicam.
Okay.
I can't even remember the name of this one, but the stupid commercial says, whatever, may not be right for everyone. Just go with it. Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Okay. And can you describe how you feel when these medications wear off?
The arthritis pain and stuff starts to come back.
Okay. Have you ever noticed health problems that might be connected with your substance use?
So the arthritis, I'm gonna guess, came from the years of meth use
Okay.
because it just eats away at your bones.
Uh-huh.
So that would be my guess on that one.
Okay.
And I'm sure smoking weed hurts your lungs.
Yeah.
So
Would you say you get forgetful sometimes?
absolutely.
Okay. And can you tell me about medical conditions in your family?
I'm like, you got a notebook? No, not really. My mom passed away from cancer. My grandma passed away from cancer.
Is that your maternal grandmother?
My maternal grandfather died of heart issues. I'm not sure if it I'm not sure really what it was. It was with his heart though.
Okay.
And then my paternal grandmother died from emphysema.
Okay. Emphysema. Okay.
And my paternal grandfather died in a fire because he was an alcoholic, and he was gonna cook eggs or something, started the grease and passed out before.
Okay.
The grease caught the towel on fire, and
Okay.
so he burned. Because he was intoxicated.
Okay.
But due to intoxication, yeah. He died in a house fire due to intoxication.
Okay. I could get to my second page of notes. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what your family life was like growing up?
I have one older sister. And as I said, like my papa was an alcoholic, but so was my granny. So both of my dad's parents were alcoholics.
Okay.
Both of my mom's parents were alcoholics. My dad's an alcoholic.
Okay.
My mom's she probably never did a drug in her life.
Mhm.
And then, I mean, like, their siblings and stuff like that all go out to alcoholics. And aside from myself and my mom's sister, I guess my sister, have ever been considered drug addicts or,
Okay.
So it's a long line of alcoholics and it's a long line of cancer, but,
Okay.
that's what's there.
Can you describe how your family would support you?
If I had to go to treatment or just
In any way, like say you came home from school and had a really bad day, like how would you go to your mom? Would she console you?
I went to my mom for sure.
Okay.
So my mom, that's that memory lapse still. I was like, wait, what? So my mom was the epitome of unconditional love.
Okay.
She just was, and she never judged. My dad, however, I'm pretty sure he really didn't want kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know that, but
Okay.
it was just always like walking on eggshells around him.
Okay.
But he worked overseas on drilling rigs, so he was only home every other month.
Okay. So would you say that you and your dad didn't have too strong of a relationship?
We did not.
Okay. And how would you say that has affected your life?
It instilled a lot of feelings of unworthiness,
Okay.
unwanted. And then when my parents got divorced, I haven't talked to my dad in years, so then that brings in abandonment and all the typical daddy issues that happen.
Yes, okay. Wow, okay. And would you say these experiences made your relationship with your mother stronger?
Probably, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not like my dad was mean or anything.
Mhm.
It was just cold.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Like-
a good word.
He didn't really know how to express emotion and feelings,
Yeah.
which left him.
Like there wasn't a lot of interaction, so it was awkward.
Okay.
When it's just you and your dad at home, and you're just like,
Mhm.
oh, this is weird. I'm at home with a strange man.
Yeah. I have definitely had the experience of when I'm sitting with my dad and I'm like, okay, what do I talk about?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so have you heard this new song, Dad? It's really good.
No Taylor's album coming up.
Yeah, I'm
Never
like,
mind.
so you like Fleetwood Mac?
I'll give him that one. That one's good taste. We'll give him that.
I listen to a bunch of old music with my
Yeah.
dad. I definitely get my music taste from him. It's really funny. Okay, so can you tell me how your substance abuse, or not abuse, but substance use makes you feel at this point in your life? I know you said that people around you more so feel like it's an issue more than you do.
Absolutely. And they're like, that since I've already had drug issues previously, then they're like, you just don't want to see it because, you're a drug addict. And I just don't see it like that. But I would say that it affects like my life because that's what I said, like I stay away from family stuff because I don't want to argue, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to be judged.
Yes.
So it's kind of put a wedge in between me and the family right now.
Okay. Okay. And what concerns or challenges would you be worried about if you were, say, not necessarily forced, but encouraged to quit your marijuana use?
That then I would just have to go to the doctor and take a bunch of pills anyways
Okay.
for everything that I use marijuana for. And I just don't get why everybody thinks that that's such a better idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone wants to get hooked on a bunch of pills. If you just smoke some weed, you'll be okay.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. Okay. And it's always interesting when people they condone drinking and alcohol, but
Yeah.
the second you smoke weed, they're like, "You're terrible."
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, you're doing drugs. I'm like,
It's a gateway drug.
I'm like, listen, when y'all left the bar earlier and got in your car and drove, you were doing way worse drugs than me.
You were
I made
actually
way
doing
worse decisions.
Yeah, you were putting people in harm's way.
Like, I'm sitting here eating a popsicle, so I don't know why you're mad. I know what you're mad about, ma'am, but yeah, it's crazy how people just drinking's just acceptable. It just is.
Okay, and can you tell me about your past experience with treatment and how that went for you?
Well, the first time, I stayed, I don't know, maybe like 20 days. I was at this place that was out in the desert. I feel like it was, it probably wasn't, but that's what I felt like.
Okay.
I just remember it was hot all the time. So I left there, and then I ended up in jail.
Okay.
And then the next time I went to treatment, I stayed for 59 days, and I haven't used meth since then.
Okay. And what would you say the period of time, or what did the period of time look like between your jail time and your next visit? Was it almost immediate, like you had to?
Oh no, I waited a while. That's during the methamphetamine period, and so it took me a while to come back. I don't know, maybe a year.
Okay.
2 years to swing back around.
Okay. What are some important goals that you would like to focus on within the next 6 months of your life? Like, do you have any specific goals you're working towards?
Well, I was up for a promotion at work, but I'm probably they probably took my name out of that hat now.
Mhm.
So I guess my goals would be work harder.
Maybe work your way back into the position that you had.
Maybe find a different job.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't always want someone looking at me like, oh, are they high? Oh, are they high?
Are they doing
Yeah.
what they're supposed to be doing? Yeah, I
It's just-
completely understand.
That's a lot of extra added bullshit that I just don't want to do.
Yeah, because at that point, you know you're competent, and they're judging if you're being competent or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who in your life would you say is your most sense of support right now?
My husband.
Okay, and how would you say he supports you the most?
Just by being there. Whether it's to listen to me bitch, to hold me while I'm crying,
Mm-hmm.
or just to watch TV with.
Yeah, very nice. A sense of comfort.
Yes.
And what is something that gives you hope or motivation for moving forward?
That I know that the weed smoking's not gonna lead to more drugs. So I don't think there's really gonna be an issue moving forward.
Okay.
So I said the job deal probably got pulled out of the promotion, but I can always find another job.
Yeah. Okay. So I've gotten all of that taken care of. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick little summary and just see that from what I understand is the same thing that you are saying, so we're both on the same page. So your name is Laura. You are coming in here because you had a slip and fall and were drug tested for work, and that you have lupus and you have arthritis, and that you use marijuana to kind of help combat symptoms for both.
Yes.
You've had past history with methamphetamines, which has led to treatment and a run-in with the law, and that is what your parent or your outside support system is worried about, that your marijuana use will lead you back down to that,
Yes.
back into that place in your life, or just that they believe that you're back in that place even though
Yeah.
you're thriving and trying to make your way up through your job.
Absolutely.
Okay. And this is not leading to any physical violence or harm for you or yourself or others around you. And it hasn't affected your capabilities of being a mother.
Mm-mm. I mean, I don't think I know anybody that smokes weed and gets violent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are people.
Yeah.
They're so far and few between that I don't know them.
Yeah.
And like my kids are all grown,
Mhm.
so I mean it doesn't affect me being
Yeah.
in their life.
Yeah, it's not like you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
They're in your womb.
Like they all have jobs, significant others of their own.
Yeah, they all have their own kids.
Yeah, so,
Yes,
yeah.
okay. Okay. So, from what I am gathering, is that you do not have a substance abuse issue. But that is the end of the interview and end of the questions that I will be asking you. Do you have any questions for me about this, about anything we discussed or moving forward?
Nope, just if you can tell me how long it'll take for you to get this back to my job so the faster I can get back to work.
I will have your report written and sent back to your work, so hopefully they let you know by the end of the week.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Sounds great. I will let you gather your stuff and then I will walk you back out.